Howdy, folks. It is me, Mung, here taking a detour from the usual videos on how to spawn rare cars, and instead, I'm going to be showing you my collection of rare cars. Because unlike what a lot of them big boy YouTubers with their big boy subscribers would like to say, they don't have the rarest garage in GTA. That term would go to me. And the garage ain't even done. It's still a work in progress. Now with that, I'm gonna go ahead and back up my claim and start showing you all the fixins that ya boy has acquired over the years. Let's get it going. Alright, as you can tell, we're on level 1 of the rarest garage in all of GTA Online. We're gonna start off on the right and get in to these guys. We're gonna start all the way down here and work our way up. We'll work our way back. This is the Sea-Wash Green collection here. All these cars have Sea-Wash Green. You can't buy that color. It only spawns on these fellas. Now we're going to start over here with the one I made a video of. We made a video on this guy. This is the Sea-Wash Green Enos Super Diamond. This is a Simeon car. So you can't store it normally because it's too hot to modify it. You got to give cars to friends glitching. Sucks to suck. But hey, if you want it, you got to get it. Now there's the gold one, which you're going to see, you probably saw when I was running up this way, and then there's a white one. But I only got the gold and the white. Well, not gold and white, gold and the Sea-Wash. Yeah, I'm kind of free-flowing this, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying half the time. But yep, next over here, I made a video on this guy just a couple of days ago. This is the Sea-Wash Bravado Doomer. I did not keep the one that has stuff in the back, I just have the one with nothing in the back. That's how you can differentiate these ones. Because the one that has stuff in the back, has stuff in the back, and the one that doesn't have any, doesn't have any in the back. Yeah, this one, pretty damn nice. It's not the most rare out of the Sea-Wash collection, but can't buy it, so there you go. Then we have the Rusty BF Surfer that is off-white with Sea-Wash, and these ones are pretty rare. You know, you gotta kind of car pile and refresh to get this one to spawn up in Sandy, and I'm glad I got a hold of it because this one kind of took me a minute until I figured out what I was doing. And now over here we have the one that everyone gushes over, the Sea-Wash Green Tornado. It's really not that rare once you know how to get a hold of it. It's just everyone makes you think it's really rare because they don't know how to car pile. A lot of them don't. There are a few that do, obviously, but the ones that don't drum it up to be like the most holy grail car in all of GTA. It's not. But it's still pretty damn rare regardless of that. Then over here, we have the Sea-Wash Green Sabre Turbo. This one spawns at one of the Los Santos Customs, or pretty much all of them. You just gotta figure out which one it's gonna be working best for you when it comes to spawning it. And then this one has a counterpart. It's the Cherry Red one, which you'll see in just a little bit. And yeah, that concludes this one. Now this car over here is another Give Cars one that you have to glitch to get. And this is the Mariachi Tornado that you get sometimes when you're doing a payphone hit for Mr. Franklin at the agency. He's got the Sea-Wash on the top and the off-white and the bittersweet license plate. But yeah, this one you normally can't store unless you're trying to give cards. Because the only time you could ever put it in a garage normally during a payphone hit is to put a bomb on it. And that is all for the Sea-Wash Greens. Except for maybe 2. I think I'm missing 2. I don't know if I am for sure. But one person on Reddit did say that I was. But this is Reddit, so who really knows if they're telling the truth. But yep, we're going to go over here to the first ever rare cars that I ever showed off. These are the Butterscotch Tornadoes, the hardtop and the ragtop. You cannot buy this color, and these ones are a serious pain to get. Because these guys, the hardtops, they don't like to spawn all the time. These ones don't spawn all over the road like the ragtops do. And there's no set spawn time, so you just gotta drive around the areas and hope you get lucky. So I'm really glad I got a hold of these guys. This one took the longest out of the 2 of them, because this guy, as soon as I made a post asking if anyone had it, boom, it was right there. This guy had to work for it. And that concludes the Butterscotch Tornadoes. Moving over here, we have the gold Super Diamond that I mentioned earlier that spawns with this guy down over here. So I don't really need to brush on him too much, other than the fact that he's gold, and you have to give cars it. And then we have the gold Dubsta 2 with its counterpart over there. Where you can see the cherry red Saber Turbo over there too. But yeah, this guy is the rarest of the LS Customs cars to spawn. It is a very tricky bitch to get a hold of. And even with that, we go over here to the counterparts of them. This guy took me like 4 hours to spawn on my old account. It was so difficult to get a hold of these guys. These are very, very rare cars to get a hold of, and I'll try and make a video for them at some point. This one also spawns a Los Santos Customs, and then you got the cherry red Saber Turbo, which is the counterpart to the Seawash one over there. This is a pretty common rare car. I mean, I've seen it spawn a handful of times in just online sessions going around there without even trying to look for it. I just realized it says fun on the license plate. That is for Fred too. No, we're not doing that. But yeah, this guy's pretty nice. And we come over here to the most common rares, I feel. These are the pretty common to find. The purple and the yellow Sentinel XS. A lot of people probably show these off a lot because, you know, these are pretty easy to get a hold of. And these spawn at night around the Eclipse Towers area. Or occasionally they can spawn with the Los Santos Customs pool of cars. They do have a chance to spawn with them, but it's not as common as the ones up by Eclipse Towers. But yeah, that's these guys. Now we come over here to the very tricky bitches to spawn. These ones are really hard to get, except for that guy. But these ones are the non-affiliated lowriders. The purple Banana, the green Buccaneer, the blue and the silver Tornadoes, and then the Peyote with the special matte red color that you cannot buy. This is exclusive to this car, red. Now, I've been trying to make a video about these for a little while now, but every time I try, I cannot get them to consistently spawn in any of the locations. Like, I've tried the Ballast Territory one, I've tried the one out by the factories area, I've tried the other one that's by the buses. I cannot get these to spawn consistently anymore. So I don't know if they changed the spawns or if I just suck. But these guys are extremely rare and they are hard to get. And if you get hold of them, kudos to you, because I really can't anymore. But I will try again to make a video and hopefully I can get them to spawn. But now we have this guy right here. The good old Lost Slam Van. Now this guy you can't buy in the Los Santos car meet from other players. I don't know why they made it like that, but you can't. And the only legitimate way, aside that if you don't want to give cars to friends glitch it, is you gotta keep spinning that wheel at the casino, hoping you get in front of the mystery prize. So you better be prepared for that, because it takes I think 55 years or something people have said, if you just continuously try. But yeah, I give Cars Friends Glitch this ages back, and now it's in my collection as a rare car. Because I'm not about that life of waiting to get it legitimately. But yeah, that is floor 1 of the rarest garage in all of GTA Online. We're gonna go down to level 2 now. And we're gonna do that right now. Okay, level 2. The light blue level. We're going to start on this side here. This is where I keep the lowriders for each gang. These are the regular gang lowriders. So you got the hard and the ragtop Tornadoes. And then you got the Peyote. You got the Buccaneer. And you got the Banana. Then you got the ones for the families, which have a black top. Well, I got a black bottom and black top for theirs. Unlike the Ballas, which instead of black have a nice cream color. Creamy. But yeah, that concludes this side. Pretty short and sweet to the point. This is a really short level because it's just the gang lowriders. Except for over here, where we have the frameless dune buggy that everyone likes to gush over. This guy is pretty freaking rare. Not the rarest, but still pretty rare. And then the unpainted frame dune buggy, which I can't really get a read on how rare it is exactly. But I found it while I was getting this guy, and because the frame isn't painted on it, I think it's pretty rare from what I've gathered. People like to say it's rare, so it's in here. Then we come over here, and we have the Imponte Phoenix. which, depending on if someone in your lobby has the car already, can either be pretty damn common or really, really rare. Because if you don't have someone in the lobby who has this car, they do not like to spawn often, and because you can't buy it, you gotta hope you get lucky and have it spawn. Now this took me a minute to find, but once I did, they just became all over the place. They're really common once you get a hold of one. But unless you unless you have one, you better get looking. And now we have one of the other cars that every rare car collecting YouTuber shows off, or like in the resurgence of rare cars. The Thelma and Louise regular version of the Mariachi Tornado. This is the standard one that you'll find out by the Altruist camp, unlike the one that has a sea-wash green. This is the most common. This is one you can actually store normally. But yeah, I'm not going to touch on it too much because we already know about this car. Everyone who knows about rare cars knows about this car. But then we come down here, and we have the regular Vagos lowriders, the yellow ones for them. Nothing to say about them. Then we come over to this guy, which you could only get last year for Christmas through your salvage yard. This one was pretty recent, so hopefully you snapped it up, and if you didn't, womp womp. But this is the Vapid Click with the Merry Clicksmith's livery with the bow on the top and the nice snowflakes. But what makes this one so special is that it has a Liberty City license plate. This is the only car I have that has a legitimately obtained Liberty City license plate. The other few I have are modded on. But yeah, that is this guy. And that is this entire floor already cleared. Pretty damn short, like I said. But now we're going to go on to level 3. Alright, level 3, the other blue level. Because I guess they ran out of color choices. They could have done like fucking Periwinkle, I don't know. But we're here, and we're going to start over this way, where we have the 2 different rat loaders. I forgot what they were for a second. You got the yellow one, and you got the green one. These spawn up by Paleto Bay by Beaker's Garage pretty early in the morning, but they also have a chance to spawn in Sandy Shores, although it's not very common for them to spawn down there. So your best bet is up there at Beaker's Garage. I can make a video on these two. A lot of these I'm planning to make videos on, but I'm showing them off now because I can do that. But yeah, rat loaders. That is done. Now over here, we have a quartet to show you real quick. These are the very rare BF surfers, the standard BF surfers, not the customs. So we have the pink and blue, the lime green, the chrome and orange, and the yellow and red. Now these guys are pretty freaking rare. They have a couple of different spawn points. But one thing that I want to know, if anyone can clear this up for me, is if these guys are able to consistently spawn with the surfboard rack, like this guy over here. I'll elaborate on these two later. But yeah, you can't buy the surfboard rack, as you probably know. But I can never get these guys to spawn with a board rack, except for one time on PlayStation 4, when I had my old account. I had the lime green one with the surfboard rack on it, and I could never get the other ones to spawn with it, or ever get it to spawn with it again. So I don't know if there was something on the PlayStation 4 variation that bugged and let it spawn with one, or if it was just some sort of weird glitch, like I said, or if I just got extremely lucky and had one of the rarest cars that could possibly spawn, and now I don't have it anymore. But if anyone can clear this up for me in the comments, please do, and thank you very much, because it's been driving me nuts. But anyways, this guy over here is the red on red BF surfer. These ones spawn naturally on the road whenever they can, but you know how this game is with BF surfers. If you know, you know, these really don't like to spawn on the road. They're very rare to find on the road, and this is the rarest variation that I put a little fancy license plate on. And then over here, like I just showed you earlier, this is the rarest one with the surfboard rack. So that's all I have to say about that. That concludes the clean BF surfers. Now over here, we have the Lamar van, the LD Organics, which you get through the career progress. This was a pain in the ass, but I finally got it. I left it be. I didn't alter it, except for putting a license plate on it. But yeah, this was pretty nice, and soon I will be having the smoke on the water van, so that'll be probably in the next update video I do, because I plan to do another one of these. Next up, we have another car that everyone under the sun with rare cars likes to show off. The Romero hearse with the coffin in the back. These are pretty rare just for the fact that you need a hearse to spawn a hearse, but they're not that rare. They're pretty common in the rare car collection, but if you don't have a hearse, you're not going to see it. And yeah, that concludes this side of level 3. Now we come over here where we have the rest of the Rusty BF Surfers and these guys, where I made a video on these guys recently. These are my most popular video, the Vapid Sand King XLs, the blue and the yellow. They're pretty common in the rare car collection scene. A lot of people make videos about them, and they have them in the collection. So they're not the most rare, but you don't see them too often anymore. So yeah, there's these guys. Now over here is the Merryweather Mesa, one of the variants with the open top, because you can't buy the open top, and you actually can't buy this car anymore either. It's not on the website. Now this you can get by just calling Merryweather on a guy, killing the mercenaries, and taking it, putting it in the customs, and kapuya, you got the car. But yeah, that concludes that one. Now we have the rest of the BF Surfer Rusty variants. That Seawash Green one up on the top level, that was one of them. So this one here, you can tell just by this is the Honey Beige one. It's extremely hard to tell these two apart with the lighting in here, but mainly you can tell because this one is darker on the bottom and this one's pretty much like a silvery white. But yeah, you can see the yellow in the light better, like if it's sunny, and this is like the only place you can see it really. And then this one over here is the slate and off-white, or like the gray bottom. This one's pretty hard to find. It's pretty, like, uncommon, I would say. And then this one here is really common, but I decided to put it in here just because you don't see it too often. And these guys never spawn with border axe, so I don't have to worry about trying to get those ones. And then we have the dark blue and lighter blue on the bottom. This one is pretty rare. This is the second most common, the graphite and black. And then you have the all black, which is pretty hard to tell apart when you're spawning them in. But once you get them side by side, you can really tell because this one doesn't have the stripes. And yeah, we come over here to the most rarest, the orangish brown and red bottom. This is the most rare that can spawn. It's a pain. It'll always spawn last when you're doing the piling. And yeah, that concludes the Rusty BF Surfers and level 3 as a whole. We're going to move on now to level 4. Alright, level 4, the Grapple level. This is where we're going to start getting into the work in progress section. This level isn't fully finished, so there's going to be a couple of empty slots here. We're going to start over here with the few empty slots. Now you might remember this from my one video where I was spawning D-Class Voodoos. This is the glossy sandy brown one. This is the most rare that can spawn. And I'm thinking about making it into a Benny's car, that way you can really see the color. But at the same time, I kind of want to keep it in its normal state. I like to do that for my cars. I like to keep them in the regular state. So, yeah. And then next up over here, we have the La Carusa. Now, at first glance, you're probably wondering, hey, this car ain't that rare. I probably bought this car. But for one, it has the Ecol license plate, which you can't get anymore. In fact, I can't even get it anymore. I had to buy this off my buddy Snake, because he has the license plates. Lucky fuck. But then again, you're probably wondering, yeah, so what? The license plate don't make this car rare. Well, if I get in, I'll show ya. Looky at that light bar. Yeah, you can't get that light bar normally. You can only get this off of 2 different versions of the La Carusa. The first one being when it first released in the Simeon dealership, and the other one through the Car Club with GTA Plus. So yeah, that light bar will not be on any other variation of the car if you buy it from the website, or if you buy it off the wheel from the casino. You win it off the wheel, I should say. It will not be on. So that's what makes that car so very rare. Now over here, we have the Mighty Boosh. The Mighty Boosh Bison, which very recently has been able to be stored like this again, where it doesn't rip everything off as soon as you put it in your garage. This guy is pretty rare to spawn, but at the same time, it likes to spawn all the time, so it's very finicky. It's like sometimes it wants to spawn like hell, other times you're never going to see it. But yeah, that's the Mighty Boosh. And next up, we have another one I made a video on, which I made a video on that one too. You better watch both of these. We have Michael's car, the Obey Tailgater, which does not spawn on the road naturally, and you have to spawn through a mission off of Dax. And you gotta go all the way to the airport to get it once you do that work. And these guys are pretty hard to find. You don't see these on the road much. You don't see people driving them. But there we go, the Obey Tailgater. Now over here, we have triplets. We have the baby blue, the silver gray, and the black and white BF injections, which I just made a video on. So hopefully you'll watch that because it is brand new. Fresh out of the womb, if you will. But yeah, these colors you can't buy, obviously. And these ones are rare because they have the fart tube and the antenna. Because you can't put these customizations on normally. But yeah, I'm not going to waste too much time on these because I just made the video. You can go watch it after this. And now we have my most recent addition to the collection, which I just got today. I didn't make a video. This is the green with graphite top Albany Emperor. Now this color is not sea wash green and it is not forest green. So I will now officially coin this color for any other video and any other future video with someone who wants to get this car as Moss. We now have Moss. This is Moss Green. I'm coining it now. If you have a problem with it, take it up with my ass and I'll make sure to shit it out right on your chest. But yep, that is the first side done. And now we come all the way over here with this guy. This guy right here is the Sprunk Buffalo. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Mung, this guy ain't rare. You can buy this car. Well, I have it in here because it has the Sprunk license plate, which you can't get anymore because it goes with the E-Cola one through the Sprunk Wars. I had to get this off Snake 2 because I don't have it. But yeah, that's what makes this one rare because it has the license plate. Next up, we have the Monkey Ballista. You see these a lot. I had to buy this off a player because I'm not doing the fucking Arena War shit. So that's why it has the North Yankton license plate. If I could take that off, I would, but I really don't have the motivation to, nor do I really give a fuck. But yeah, the Go-Go Monkey Ballista. You've seen that one a million times. You already know what it is. Then we have two counterparts. The rare LS custom spawning Imponte Ruiners. You got this blue one, or this more tealy color one. I don't know what color that is. I don't give a fuck either. And then you got this black one with the spoiler. These guys are pretty damn rare. You don't see them too much. They're common, but at the same time, they're like if you go out of your way to find them, you're not really gonna find them. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's these two Ruiners. Now you come over here, you got the Bravado Gauntlet, which is another LS Customs car. Same with this blue Vapid Dominator. I had to get this guy back because I sold it ages ago to make space in my garage for another car. So it took me forever to spawn this guy back. But yeah, these two are LS Customs cars, and I will show a video on how to spawn those at some point. Pretty much all of these LS Custom ones, I'll make a video. But yeah, moving on. We have the purple Canis Kalahari. There's an orange one that you can get as well, but I don't have it yet because you have to give cars to friends glitch them, and the current one is a pain in the ass to do. So I've only got this purple one here. These spawn out on a beachy area up by Fort Zancudo, and you gotta give cars them. Or at least you do the orange one. I don't remember if I had to do it with this one. But yeah, I'm gonna make a video on how to spawn that one within the next couple of days, so look out for that. Now over here, we have a car that you cannot store normally anymore if you get it to spawn. You can only buy it off other players or if it comes around in the Simeon dealership, which it did a couple of weeks ago. So if you got it, good on you. If you didn't, well, you gotta wait. This is the D-Class Lifeguard, which you had to have a lifeguard van to spawn it, because if you didn't, you wouldn't get it. And now you can't even buy the one off Warstock anymore because they removed it. What makes this one so rare is it doesn't have the black bull bar on the front of it. But yeah, you can't put it in the LS Customs anymore if you get it to spawn. You can only buy it off people who have it, like me, or wait for it to come back around. Now this one, I have a sort of a stand-in with this license plate, this classic Broadway, because I don't have the Los Santos Lovers livery on it. I really want to find it. I really want to get it. I'm on PlayStation 5. If you have the car, hit me up. There's my name up in the corner. If you have it with that livery, hit me up. I'll buy it off you. But yeah, this is the taxi livery for it, which you have to get for doing 50 taxi jobs. You'll unlock it, and then you can buy it. But if I could get the Los Santos Lover one, I will put it right next to this guy. Or if it comes back for Valentine's Day, I'll just switch it out. Next up, you have the Blazer Lifeguard. This is another car that you see a lot of people have in their collection, because it's pretty easy to get a hold of. It's pretty fancy too. But yeah, you don't need to drift on this one too much. You already know about it. And that concludes level 4. Now we go to level 5. That's going to be the shortest and sweetest out of all of them. Alright, level 5. The final garage with the fewest cars. We're going to come over here, and this is just my Stratums so far. This is where I'm going to put a lot of rare liveries that you can't get anymore, but for right now, it's going to be my Stratums. So, obviously, you can't buy a Stratum. You can't buy them off the website. You have to hopefully they spawn on the road for you. But what makes them rare is they have exclusive customizations you can't put on the car. This one here has the air freshener and phone holder with the open sunroof. Then this one over here, I think, just has the open sunroof. It's a regular... Oh no, this one has the spoiler and twin turbo. The twin turbo badge, it's just a badge. It doesn't actually affect the car. Yeah, it's got the spoiler as well and the open sunroof. Now over here has the open sunroof, and I believe that is it. I think this is just a regular Stratum, apart from that. But this is the most rare that I have of the Stratums. It has the twin turbo, the spoiler, the air freshener, and the phone holder. So that's pretty nice. And then we have this one over here, which just has the cargo rack. Now there is no way to get a Stratum with every customization on it, unless there was a way. I think there was one that you could buy that had all of them on it, but if you were to sell it at the Los Santos car meet to someone, I think it strips all the customizations off of it, which is a bummer, but what can you do? But yeah, that is my entire garage so far, which coins it as the true rarest garage in all of GTA Online. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of these cars. Now I guarantee you that I made this video of some of those big boy subscribers with their big boy numbers on the YouTubes done sees this video. They're all gonna go hopping and skipping and jumping and hopping and squealing to get these cars in their garage. But hey, this garage ain't done. I'm gonna have shit that they won't have eventually, and I'll still have the rarest garage in GTA history. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, hopefully Super Bowl Sunday wasn't filled with you drowning yourself in mustard. Ta-ta!